What's up, family? Welcome back to Truthville USA. I am Q. So we dedicated this channel to speaking the truth no matter what. One of the issues that I have with the mainstream media is it seems like no matter what, they're always going to have an agenda. The one side is always going to pretend to be appalled over atrocities, but as long as it's their side that is committing those atrocities, everything's totes school. Now that goes for conservative media, that goes for left-wing media. They're always going to base what is an atrocity, what is wrong, what is immoral, based on what fits their personal narrative or agenda. But I will say that racism, no matter what form it comes in, is always going to be wrong. Now, we heard a whole lot last week about Trump making a comment saying that illegal immigrants coming into the country were not human. Now, that wasn't the entire context of the conversation. He was speaking about MS-13 gang members, people who were coming in to do harm, were not human. Now, was it a poor choice of words? Absolutely. Was it racist? You be the judge. But when we see absolutely true, real forms of racism in our Congress, they deserve to be called out. So earlier this week, a Democrat congressman by the name of David Trone, okay, remember that name, he's up for re-election in Maryland. He actually made a real racist comment, okay, an actual one, not taken out of context. This is actual racism. Now, I get that, we don't say the N-word and things like that, but there are also equally offensive terms that are used that I would say should not be used, especially in Congress. Now, this guy comes up and he makes a comment because, unfortunately, he didn't like the ideas, the budget ideas that the Republicans were bringing. So he says this Republican jigaboo, he was referring to a bill or a tax rate reduction that Republicans were trying to bring. Now, he said this in the presence of blacks, in the presence of whites, but then he tries to gaslight us by saying, oh, he meant Republican bugaboo, not jigaboo. Now, guys, listen, so for some of you guys who aren't aware, jigaboo is extremely racist term that should never, ever, ever be used. But let me ask you this, why is the media not outraged? Why is the media not talking about it? Why does he get a free pass? Why is he allowed to make these types of comments and everyone is going to be, well, pretend like it never happened? That should never, ever, ever be okay. Now, am I going to allow words to change how I feel about myself? No, but what I'm not about to do is allow some people to gaslight me into not talking about it. I'm not going to be gaslit by people who are going to pretend like, well, as long as he was a Democrat, it's okay. As long as you put the word Republican in front of it, it's okay. I'm absolutely sick as a conservative, black conservative. As a black conservative, it is okay for whatever reason to be as racist as you want to be towards us. Because as long as we're conservative, black people are considered to be somewhat of a lower life form. I'm sick of it. And I think you guys need to send this video around to every person you know and let them know that racism in any form is not acceptable. But for whatever reason, the Democrat Party has been able to get away with racism for years, because their side won't report on it because, again, they're allowed because they're Democrats. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'll see you guys next time. Be blessed.